Euro 2024 has officially drawn to a close a couple of days ago with Spain beating my boys England in the final, and there have been some absolutely breathtaking breakout performances from certain players, and we're going to look at my pick for the top 10 breakout stars of Euro 2024. This is of course an Aston Villa channel, but I'm going to be doing one non-Aston Villa football related video a week. So if you do enjoy the best football content on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, put notifications on. Let's dive in to 10 Euro breakout stars and where they're going to move for some big bucks. First up we have Jaka Bijol, 190 centimeters tall, centre back, and this guy for Slovenia was absolutely immense. 25 years of age, plays over in Italy with Udinese. As you can see there, his stats during the Euros: 4 games, 4 starts, a 7.27 rating as well. If you go down to his stats, this is his total stats, and this is going to be against other centre-backs in the tournament, so in Euro 2024. His expected goals is actually decent. He should have got probably a goal overall. Expected assists as well. What is that? Top 5% for expected assists, and 83% pass accuracy, and a long ball accuracy of 57% as well. But then you get into his defending, and that is where he really begins to impress. His 6 tackles puts him in nearly the top 10% of Euro 2024 defenders. 54% tackle success ratio isn't very bad at all. And then duels, 20 of those. One puts him in the top 17%. 9 aerial duels, one on about 52% success ratio. Again, puts him in the top 25%. 6 interceptions, only committed 6 fouls, 9 recoveries, and only got dribbled past once the entire tournament, picking up 2 yellow cards. He is an absolute brick of a centre-back, massive imposing figure. I mean, Slovenia have one of the best defences in the tournament for me. They look so compact, so good, and that is why he is being linked with Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa as well. I can see him moving probably for around 15 to 20 million pounds. And then coming in at number 9, it is Sonic the Hedgehog himself, Andrei Ratiu from Rayo Valencia, playing for Romania, who are one of my teams of the tournament. I just love watching them play. The passion, the energy, and the speed that team played for. It was hard to pick a player from that team. I like Man as well, got a couple of goals for them. Hadji, even when he had like the fishnet on his head, was playing like a baller. But this guy at right back really did impress me. 4 games, obviously, started all 4 of them, getting an average rating of 6.67. He was absolutely rapid as well, by the way, like proper rapid. Didn't get a goal or an assist, but some decent stats along the way. Did have 3 shots and 3 of them being on target. Had an XG of 0.13, an 87% pass success ratio, and a 50% long ball accuracy. Obviously playing for Romania, who didn't dominate the ball apart from perhaps the Ukraine game. You could say they did. A successful dribble in there as well. Won 83.3% of his tackles, winning 5 of those as well. 6 interceptions, puts him right at the top. And we love a good disciplinary record. No yellow cards, no red cards, and that is probably why the 26-year-old is being linked with Brighton and Hove Albion. Obviously, I don't really know who Brighton play right back in the moment. It might still be Tariq Lamptey, but I think he had a really good tournament. He impressed me. Maybe it was just the blue hair, you're drawn to watching him, but I thought he looked really good. And if he goes to Brighton, it's probably going to be around 10 million, I would imagine, 10 to 12 at least. And I hope he comes, and I hope he does well, because I think he was really good. And coming in at number 8, the one on every Manchester United fan's lips after they signed Joshua Zirkzee very recently, and that is Ferdi Kadioglu. Obviously going to be managed by Jose Mourinho next season, so will he even leave Fenerbahce with Liverpool and Manchester United circling him? 24 years of age. He is a right-footed left-back that can also play on the right as well. 5 games, 7.5 average rating, and this guy was everywhere. I think he's probably one of Turkey's best players. I mean, there was already some hype around him before the tournament, but he has lived up to it and more. As you can see from his stats in terms of his passing ability, 209 successful passes on an 86% success ratio, 7 accurate long balls, 12 chances created, puts him in the top 4% for right backs in this tournament, and a cross accuracy of 50 puts him in the top 8th percentile as well. In possession, 6 successful dribbles puts him right at the very top of the cream of the crop, shall we say. A 66.7% success ratio on those as well. 348 touches, won 8 fouls, 12 tackles. Yep, that's right, 100th percentile, the best for right backs in this competition. 35 duels won, 66% of his duels were won as well. 7 interceptions, 25 recoveries. I mean, I wanted Villa to sign this guy. I've done a video on this guy before. If Manchester United get him, he will revolutionise their defence. He is absolutely brilliant, and he's probably going to cost a bit of an arm and a leg. Next up, we have Mark Guehi of Crystal Palace. Got taken to the tournament. Everyone wanted Branthwaite to go, of course, for England. But, I mean, out of all of our defenders, I think he really stepped up and was fantastic. I think he's probably one of our best defenders in the tournament. Did get an assist as well, that flick on to Jude Bellingham for the overhead kick in the 95th minute against Slovenia, I think it was actually. And as you can see, that one assist for centre-back puts him right at the very top. So, hey, fair play, Mark. You know, you got that to always bring back home. A 93% pass accuracy as well on 418 passes. Again, this is all upper echelon of defence. Things, obviously, England do play it around the back quite a bit, but, you know, I digress. 497 touches, 6 touches in the opposition box, was never dispossessed, and won 8 fouls. And in terms of defending, won 66% of his tackles, 24 duels won, puts him in the top 8th percentile for those as well. 13 aerial duels won, put him on the top 90th percentile, and 28 recoveries was the best for centre-backs at Euro 2024. In terms of transfer news for him as well, it's been alleged that Liverpool are pretty confident they're going to sign him, and it's probably going to be a hefty fee of around 40 to 60 million. And next up is Giorgi Mamardashvili of Georgia. This guy reminded me of like prime World Cup Ochoa, was it? The geezer that has like 8 fingers on one hand. This guy is mentally good. 4 matches, 1 clean sheet, an average rating of 7.48, playing for Georgia, who of course weren't expected to win many games. 30 saves in the tournament puts him at the top, a save percentage of 78.9%. He prevented 4.67 goals, so over 4.5 goals prevented, puts him at the top of all goalkeepers, of course. 9 high claims, 0 errors, leading to a goal. This guy was one of the best goalkeepers I have seen play football in recent times in this tournament. He was immense, didn't make any mistakes, he was on top form. Like I say, prevented nearly 5 goals for Georgia. In terms of transfer interest, there is a fair amount around him, specifically Newcastle, which I find very interesting, and Chelsea. I would like to see him in the Premier League. Not really, I mean, him versus Martinez is like an all-time battle right now. Bring him over, one year. And then we have hit the halfway point with Riccardo Calafiori. Maybe it's just because he wears a headband, and there's something about an Italian centre-back wearing a headband that I'm sure we all just love. But a very, very impressive tournament. 3 games, 1 assist, just like Guehi. A 7.08 rating for him as well off of 270 minutes. It's been reported everywhere that he is going to pretty much be a bang-on to be playing for Arsenal in the Premier League next season. In terms of his XG, was actually pretty good at 0.3. That 1 assist, again, puts him up there with Guehi at the top of the defenders. 92.6% pass accuracy off of 214 of those bad boys. 63% long ball accuracy and a 100% cross accuracy, creating 4 chances for his teammates along the way. 2 successful dribbles at 100% of a success ratio there as well. His tackling did leave a little bit to be desired, but his aerial duels that he won, his interceptions, blocks, recoveries and possession won in the final third, alongside his 50% of duels won, is all very, very impressive, and he's going to be going to Arsenal probably for around 40 to 50 mil. And coming in at number 4 is Baris Yilmaz, and this is one, I mean, when I watched him play, I was like, I would love Villa to sign him. And as you can see below my face, we're one of the teams that are interested, alongside a couple of other high-profile Premier League teams. The 24-year-old for Turkey played 5 games, getting an average rating of 6.69. Didn't manage to get a goal or an assist, but he was just so impressive to watch. His expected assists for his position, which is technically right wing slash striker, was 0.94, so nearly 1. Puts him in the top 5th percentile. 78 successful passes off of an 80% success ratio on those. 2 accurate long balls, 2 successful crosses, and 5 chances created for his teammates off of a 25% cross accuracy as well. 8 successful dribbles puts him in the top 6.5 percentile for wingers and forwards in this tournament. 53.3 dribble success ratio, 168 touches, 15 of those in the opposition box, and won 11 fouls, the most of any players in the tournament. 29 duels won as well, puts him at the very, very top for attackers / wingers in this tournament. He was an absolute... He was just like a little... You know, there's like little Jack Russells that would just run around your feet and just yap and nip at your ankles. This is what he reminded me of. 48% of his duels won as well. They're the 29 that we just mentioned. 14 recoveries and 1 possession 5 times in the final third. He was an absolute nightmare for defenders, caused all sorts of issues when he was on the pitch. Extremely impressed with him, and I would love to see him at Villa, partnering Ollie Watkins up front. That would be amazing. Market value currently 15 million from Galatasaray, and the last time Villa signed someone from Galatasaray it worked right. But I think he's probably going to be about £20 million player, and I would very, very, very much like him to come to us. We come into our top 3, starting with Fabian Ruiz. 2 goals, 2 assists from 6 starts, an average match rating of 8.04. Now, I understand he's 28. He plays for PSG, but no one expected him to have the tournament that he did. The reason that the people like Lamine Yamal aren't included in this video is because everyone knew he was going to be the breakout star. Jude Bellingham, everyone knew. Cole Palmer, everyone knew. But Fabian Ruiz just went under the radar because of the likes of Rodri, Yamal, like we've mentioned before. But I think he was probably one of Spain's best players. You can see there the goals, the expected goals, the shots on target, the assists, 391 successful passes, 91% of those being successful, 20 accurate long balls, 10 chances created, 12 successful dribbles off of a 70% dribble success ratio, 6 tackles won, 26 duels won, 4 blocks, 4 interceptions, 46 recoveries, 14 times he won possession in the final third. He is at the top of these percentages across attack, possession and defending and passing. He, for me, was probably my player of the tournament. I know Rodri won it in the end, but I think Fabian Ruiz, it cannot be understated just how good he was, and I reckon PSG will be getting a pretty penny for him if he doesn't stay. He only managed 21 games for PSG last season. I think if anything's going to come out of this tournament, it's him getting a lot more game time. Player of the tournament for me, an absolute breakout for him, because no one was thinking about him before the tournament, and now everyone is. In at number 2 is Giorgi's, and I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce the name. No, you know what? I'll give you one. Mikautadze. There you go. It was awful. Let me know in the comments how you pronounce it. Striker, played for Georgia, got 3 goals and an assist in 4 games, a rating of 7.36, only 23 years of age, and he has already secured himself a big transfer move to Monaco in the summer off of the back of his performances in this tournament. Currently playing for Metz, I think it was, in the 2nd division of French football. I think he got about 12 goals in 19 games for them, but 3 goals in this tournament put him at 100 percentile. There was like 5 players on 3 goals in the end, 2 penalty goals as well, an assist thrown in there, an 81% pass success ratio, 54 of those bad boys, 4 accurate long balls, 5 chances created for his teammates, 7 successful dribbles, 128 touches overall in the tournaments, won 18 duels, puts him in the top 20th percentile for that. He was lethal for Georgia. Really looked comfortable, fluid and silky on the ball, and I think he'll probably do quite well for Monaco in Ligue 1 next season. And then my breakout star, Nico Williams. He is going to be the big money move of this summer. Barcelona and various Premier League clubs are interested in the 22-year-old who got the first goal of the Euro 2024 final as well. 2 goals and an assist, an average rating of 7.4, like we've already gone through. 2 goals, an assist, a 90% pass success ratio, an expected assist of 2, put him at the top for the tournament. 169 successful passes, 83% long ball accuracy, 13 chances created, 10 successful crosses off of a 30% success ratio, 13 successful dribbles, 308 touches. I mean, the list goes on, even his defensive stats. I mean, the recoveries and the possession one in the final third is absolutely brilliant. I think he was just outstanding this tournament. Everyone was talking about Yamal, Mbappe, Harry Kane, Cole Palmer. Nico Williams blew everyone out the water. He just left me speechless watching him on the ball. He's so quick. He's so talented. He's my number 1 breakout star. I reckon Barcelona will probably spend as much money as their government allows them to spend on him, because he is just brilliant. And there you have it, my top 10 breakout stars of Euro 2024 that are probably going to get big money moves. Leave your comments down below. What did you guys think? Is there anyone that I've missed? I'm sure there will be. As a wise man once said,